So some of those things that we just talked about right there are a little bit abstract. And in a program like this, we're trying to cover a lot of material. We're trying to cover you, your market, your marketing, your people, and your systems, and each one has several facets. We can only do so much. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to dig a little deeper into narrowing your niche, creating your market, creating your category, dominating, naming things. So, is Noah in the house? Oh, you're right there. What a coincidence. Would you be willing to come up and play along a little bit? You don't know what to do. You want to bring your computer to take notes. I saw it. Oh, you're going to take notes there, huh? Give Noah a hand. Are you ready?
Yes.
Noah took action, and he submitted some of his material for review. Give him a hand just for taking action. Let's talk.
New couches.
Welcome to my living room.
Well, Oprah, it's good to be back.
So actually, Noah, before we get started, I got a little license plate for you here. I thought you might want to...
Oh, that was so nice. Thank you.
You want to mount on your trike.
Absolutely.
There you go. So if you look up on the screen here, what we have is the landing page of Noah's website. And you can see that you can see the layout here. You want to tell us about this landing page?
Yes, I have been very fortunate to attract several stars just in the last less than a year. And one of them is a former head coach of probably the biggest training program in North America, biggest training company in North America. And he and I just synced. We hit it off. And so I desperately needed a website overhaul. Wouldn't even want to show you what I had before. And he said, dude, you need a new website. I'm like, no kidding. So he talked to his designer, and I swear I didn't even know he was doing this. And he sent me that screenshot. He said, Noah, what do you think? And I opened it up, and I started to cry. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
Does anyone sense emotional estimation here? Can you hear it? No, really, is that a beautiful website? Yeah. That is a beautiful website.
Thank you.
I'm crying hearing you talking about crying over it.
It was the most beautiful thing, and I swear I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even know what they were doing, and he said, what do you think? Anyway, I just was blown away.
Good. So up at the top it says Success Clinic, the work of Dr. Noah St. John. Discover why you're holding yourself back from success and how to finally give yourself permission to succeed. Then underneath there's a box that says Get Noah's Free Report, the foolproof formula to get your foot off the brake in your life, career, and relationship for good. Your name, email, get the real success formula as a button. And then there's a YouTube video in the lower right corner. Did you test this page out at all?
You probably can't see this, but there's tabs in the upper right, and those are what changes. Those are my product offers and my media room, speaking, testimonials, and things like that. So those kind of change. But basically, what I meant by that is that what I had before and what I have now. I mean, I'm not going back to what I had, but this layout hasn't really changed since. I think I've had it since March or April or something.
Okay. So the question was, have you tested this page? And I didn't hear an answer in there at all, really.
Okay, I guess we'll say no then.
All right, now we're making some progress. Thanks for playing along, by the way. So, I'm do we have a little side conversation going on with the audience? No. Okay. By the way, this is unscripted, isn't it?
Absolutely. What page are we on?
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Okay.
And I think that this is turning into a better example than I even thought it was going to be, because truly, this is how we approach things, right? This is how we all do it. This is how we approach our lives, our businesses, our websites. If we like something, that becomes the test. That is the test. That's it. And I think that Noah believes that this works better than his last website, even though he didn't compare the test. There was no testing. Let me tell you a little story about a website that was changed and I'm going to obscure all the details. There was a company recently, successful company, very successful company, that changed its website. It had been planning to change it for a long time, and it invested months and a lot of money to change its website. A lot of money. And the company planned, because their website was so bad and it functioned so poorly, that when the new website was launched, it would double their conversion. Because it had to. Their website was so bad. So they got fancy designers and programmers to build this wonderful, beautiful website. And the day they launched it, their conversion went down 20%. Would it have been worth having someone just do a mock-up of the new design? Just throw it up there and just see what happens, just to get some data? I don't know, probably. That's not the first time I've ever heard a story like that. My thought when I saw this website, because the first mode that I go into personally is, what do I think if I am a prospect?
Right.
So what would a prospect think if they saw this website? Somebody said it kind of sucks. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, really, what would you think if you were a prospect? So we're going to do a whole workshop on layout and design. We'll get to that kind of stuff later. And I do agree that when I see this immediately, my eye does not know where to go first.
Okay.
I don't know where to go because there are a lot of things competing for my attention. Right?
Sure.
But what concerns me the most is that this is about you.
Right.
This website, and can I just get you to hold that about an inch from your mouth right there?
Oh, yeah.
This website is about you. It's not about the client.
Correct.
As a client, when I show up and I look at this, I say, oh, this is about Dr. Noah. This is not about me. I don't know, I don't know what this is. Now, the next thing is, I actually don't see anything on here when I first land as a prospect that would help me solve the problem I'm experiencing right now that I'm looking for a solution on, if that makes sense.
Oh, totally.
Right?
I agree.
So do you remember when I said that when a prospect is looking for a solution, if it's something that they can feel like they discovered that talks right to their need, it can be way, way more impactful. Let me ask you, too, to be fair, what's the purpose of this website?
Okay, this is going to sound really bad, but this is...
Does anybody hear justification before the explanation? That's good. Go ahead.
I do it all the time.
This is great.
This is
fantastic. You're going to be up here pretty much every session with me.
All righty, then.
Go on.
You asked for it.
I know I did.
This is about... Okay, if you can't guess, I'm a speaker and an author, and so this is about promoting the brand of Noah St. John, because I am a person, but I'm also a product. So I'm selling this product called Noah St. John. I have a bunch of famous people, as you just said. Now, when you look at famous people, what do you look at? Them. You are connected to their faces.
I don't need the justification. I just want to know what the purpose of the website is.
The purpose of the website is to promote this brand, Noah St. John.
Okay, so the purpose is to promote the brand.
That is correct.
Okay, excellent. And what do you suspect will happen if you promote your brand?
I will become better known.
And what will happen if you become better known?
I'll be able to help more people.
And what will happen if you help more people?
They will become happier.
Is there any kind of financial motive in this at all?
Yeah, totally. But it's...
But it's like way down the line.
No, it's second. My first purpose is to help people. My purpose is to serve a higher purpose while making a higher profit. And that is to help people, to give people the tools for financial freedom. That's what I give them. I give them the tools to get their foot off the brake. And it is correct, and this is exactly what I teach, that I profit as I prosper other people.
Okay. Is it okay if I mess with you?
You always do.
Okay, good.
Have I minded it yet?
No, but I'm going to keep going.
Go.
I have to turn up the heat a little bit. And I ask because I was waiting for you to say to make money.
Right.
And you never did.
That's right. That's on purpose.
Say again?
That's on purpose.
So it's on purpose to say that it's to make money is not part of the purpose?
I didn't say that. I said it's second.
But wait. Who's on first?
What? Third base. I don't know. Third base.
Okay, wait. You know what? Rewind for a sec here. Yeah. Okay, wait. So no, I was asking specifically, what's the purpose of the website? And then I said, what's the purpose of that? What's the purpose of that? And I never heard make money.
Right.
Make profit.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it is part of the purpose.
No question about it.
Okay, where does it fit in the hierarchy?
Second,
After?
helping people.
Okay, so you want to help people first, then make money.
Yeah, you add value to their lives, and the only way that people give you their money is when you add value to their lives. The reason we are all here giving you lots of money is because we perceive that you are going to add value to our lives. Correct? Is that a fair statement?
So let me ask you this.
That's what I'm doing.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think you'd be able to help more people if more people knew who you were? And I'm going to ask you to pick one of these. Or if you had more money.
I never thought of that. I would say if more people
I know.
knew who I was, I would assume.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what your website is telling me, that
Okay.
that's what you believe.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
I guess that's what I believe.
I think that it might be interesting for you to experiment with the idea that you could probably help more people if you had more resources and more profit.
Right. Oh, I totally agree with that.
You with me?
That's what I teach people, totally.
And what I think is that if I show up here as someone that's looking for a solution, that if you can get me to the point where I want to buy something from you fast,
Right.
I'm actually going to remember you and know who you are more
Right.
than if you don't.
Okay, now, did you read the rest of what I sent you?
I did.
Okay. So they don't always go to this page. This is the key.
But we're only talking about this page right now.
That's fine. But I rarely send them here, is the point.
Understood.
Okay.
But I'm just saying this page, and what you do in one place is what you do every place.
Oh, God, no. No.
Well, you just said to me that you think that being known by everybody is going to be helping them more than make money.
I don't think I said that. But what I'm saying is when you go to...
Well, okay. Did he say that he thinks that being known is... Okay, I think that's what you said.
Al, you want to read that back to me?
Who believes that what I said was accurate and that's what he said?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
That's what I heard. How do you see it?
I don't know what we're talking about now. I'm totally lost.
Wow.
I'm really lost.
Okay, cool. No, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to focus on this. And let's just pretend that, just for the sake of this argument for a second, that every traffic, every click, every visitor, all your traffic went to this page.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's just pretend.
Fair enough.
Because I really do believe that the way you do things in one place, and if you like it, that it says something about the philosophy. You know what I mean? And you did say that I believe that if more people know who I am, I can help more people. And I'm generalizing and messing with you and stylizing.
That's fair.
But what I want to suggest is that if this page, if I was to come to this page, and by the way, I did click through your site and I watched your videos and I kind of get it. Okay? I kind of know what's going on here.
I got it.
And I think that I understand your mindset. And I think I see something that can help you get to a lot more success much faster. Right? That's where I'm going here.
I appreciate that.
And I'm using this just as the symbol.
Okay.
If that makes sense, right? It's symbolic. It's just the symbol. When I come here, like I said, I think this is about you and it's not about them. And I think that your model is that if it's about you, that it'll help them more. I think that's the way you...
Okay, that's a fair statement.
I think that's the way you think.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
And what I think is, if you make it all about them, and then let them discover you,
right. I see.
You will be able to help them a lot more.
I hadn't thought about it that way. That's very good.
Now, are we having a breakthrough here, ladies and gentlemen?
I hadn't thought about it that way.
And the way I'd like to do it is, with you, I'd like to talk about, is I watched your video, and your stuff is all about success. One of the things that I believe about you, especially after watching your video, is you really do want to help people. I believe that deep in your heart, you are a good person, and I think, just from watching your videos, and just from talking to you a little bit, I think I could leave my wallet on the table with $500 in it, in a room with you alone forever, and you wouldn't touch the money. And in fact, if someone tried to touch it, you'd stop them and feel that it was your moral responsibility to do it. I think you're a good guy. I really do.
Thank you.
Now, what I also think, though, is that you're trying to help everybody. And I think that your stuff is designed for everyone. I think it is designed for everybody. I think it's how to take your foot off the gas, how to give yourself permission,
Right.
and how to have success. And by the way, I think permission is a very important part of success. My mentor that I mentioned before, he talked about the two aspects of success that are so important are permission and deserving. And if you can get those two together, I'm a big believer in what you're talking about. I really am. I'm an advocate, and and I think you've probably taken it to a whole other level. I mean, you focused on this. But I think that as someone with a problem, if I show up here and I say, you know what, I'm in debt and I don't know how to get out, I don't think that this page says to me, this is going to help you. I think that if my spouse just left me and I'm feeling really depressed, I don't think that that page speaks to me. I think that if,
That's fair.
if I just lost my job and I'm down and out, I don't know what to do. I think if I'm a young person and I come from a broken home and I don't have any success models, and I see this website, I don't think that's talking to me. I think it's talking about you and it's not talking to me. And
I think that's fair.
and again, I'm being a tough, loving,
No,
critical
I think that's very
person
fair.
here, right?
I think that's very fair. Yeah.
Give me the one type of person that resonates with your stuff the most, or the person that has the one type of problem that just seems to really resonate. You hear it all the time.
Yes.
What is it?
It's the person who has spent lots and lots and lots of money on every traditional success program, personal development, self-help books, seminars, CDs, and they're still stuck.
Now, time out. We got to get more specific.
Okay.
I want a specific issue that they're dealing with.
You mean like
What's the one you hear a lot? You really helped me.
being broke, being in debt, that kind of a thing
Yes.
you're talking about?
Is it a relationship thing? Is it money? Is it self-esteem?
It's
What
typically
is it?
money, but it's all of the above.
Time out. It's
Okay.
typically money.
Yes.
That's the one. There
Yes.
we go.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
good.
No question.
Typically money.
Yes.
Within money, what is the one that it typically is?
Okay, well, you can look at it two ways. You can look at it's the fear, meaning the fear I'll never be financially free, and then is wanting to make more. So they're going away from something and towards something else.
Okay.
So the fear is what they're going, or want to go, that's what they're looking for a solution for. And also, they're very frustrated because they've spent all this other money on everyone else. And I mean, they've gone all
What's
these
the
programs
result
and
that
they're
they
still
get
stuck.
after with you?
With me, they get unstuck. They learn, first of all, why they had their foot on the brake.
What's the result that they get in the
Doubling,
real
tripling,
world?
quintupling their income in less than a year.
Now we are talking.
That's what we get, yeah.
So typically, the people that come to you, they get money advice, and typically the ones that get success double, triple, or quadruple their income within 1 year.
Yes to the second, no to the first. I don't teach them how to make more money. I show them why, how, and that they are stopping themselves from the success they're already capable of. They have their foot on the gas, which means they know what to do and how to do it, but they have their foot on the brake, which means they're holding themselves back. So a typical motivational speaker, which I'm not a motivational speaker, will say to step on the gas harder because you need to get motivated, set your goals.
Do you
all
hear this guy
stuff.
using the gas and the brake thing and saying, I'm not a motivational speaker?
But
And they've
wait-
got their foot on the brake and the foot on the gas.
But watch this, though. If you're driving down the road and you have your foot on the brake, does it make sense to step on the gas harder?
Not if you're a motivational speaker, it doesn't.
No, or anybody. You take your foot off the brake. So I show them precisely how to do that. No one else is doing this.
You show them precisely how to take their foot off the brake and put their foot
I
on the gas.
give them the systems. That's why when you're talking systems, I'm loving this, because it's a system.
What is the system to put your foot on the gas and to take the foot off the brake?
No, they already have their foot on the gas. They've already spent all that money on
Oh.
the other guys.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
All right.
the foot on the... I teach them, show them. So they double, triple,
I have
quintuple
never had
income.
this much fun doing something like this. Do you guys believe that I get paid to do this? All right. So when I said to you, typically when people come to you, they say, it's about finance, it's about money, and you help them with their money, and you help them to, and then he said, no, that's not what I do. I teach them to do this other thing, and that's the result. And what I'm going to suggest to you is that by having your foot on the gas of teaching them the other thing, that you're pushing down your foot on the brake of actually helping a lot of people with their money.
That was deep. That was deep. I'm going to have to read that again. I totally didn't get what you just said there.
Okay.
I totally missed that.
All right.
Luckily, they all got it, but I have no clue what you just said.
There's another one in here, too. You've got your foot on the gas of helping everyone
Okay.
with their permission
Right.
issues.
Yes.
And you've got the foot on the brake of making yourself a lot of money.
Okay. I can't argue with that, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I love this gas and brake metaphor thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
I learned it from a friend of mine who was not a motivational speaker.
By the way, I have to tell you this, I got to tell you this huge epiphany I just got with what we just learned in this. Because the dollars per hour, you guys got that with the high dollar per hour, we have to increase our DPH. Just like a car has MPH, miles per hour, we need to increase our DPH. And guess what? If you get your foot off the brake, you're going to automatically increase your DPH. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a motivating speaker.
You see the difference there?
There's a huge difference.
You get that?
They take action, baby.
You see that one? Huh? That's a good little trick there, huh? Okay. I cannot overemphasize how excited I am to be here right now. Okay, let's come back here and let's focus.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Let's do a little Zen thing real quick, okay? Okay, good. Because I'm serious, I want to dig in here.
Yes. Cleansing breath.
If most of the people that are coming to you, let's just say that most of them
Yes.
are having financial trouble.
Correct.
And the good results, the ones you're hearing all the time, are you're helping me double, triple, and quadruple my income every year. If you change that website to say, at the top, in big quotes, the simple system that I discovered that helped me go from broke to making $123,000 a year, and then the next year making $256,000 a year, and the next year, and the next year, that I'd like to share with you right now for free. If it said that at the top, and I realize that sounds like some kind of a scam or a money-making opportunity,
Right.
and I'm not suggesting you use that exact headline,
I understand. I understand.
if it said that,
Okay.
all those people who need money-making advice, when they saw it, they would say, that is for me.
Right.
This is something that is talking to me right now. And then if it said, hi, my name's Dr. Noah St. John. Several years ago, I was broke. By the way, I am not going to sell you anything right now. I am here to help you. I promise. By the time you're finished reading this page, you're going to have my exact step-by-step system that I use to get out of debt, to start making a six-figure income, and to live the life I always wanted.
But doesn't that sound like all the rest of them?
Well, just wait a second. Just hang on a minute here.
Wait a minute.
Hang on a minute here. I'm not suggesting that that's what you have to do, but what I am suggesting is that if you did that, and then you told the story, and then at the end it said, I've actually created a book, or I've got a report that takes this further, and it teaches you not only how to get out of debt, but also to invest. Or in this story, I just shared a couple of techniques, but there's actually a much bigger, more important technique that I didn't share here, and it's a psychological technique. It's something about how I changed who I was, and I'd actually like to give that to you for free. I put that in a little booklet, and what I'd like you to do is give me your name and email address, and you can download it for free. Or I've got a series of newsletters that I'd like to send you that'll teach you that thing, whatever. If you did that, if that's what it said, I'll bet that that opt-in box would go from getting, what's the conversion rate right now? What percentage of people that hit that page opt into that box?
don't know.
No idea.
I don't know.
I'm going to guess right now. I'm going to make this up. I have no idea. 7% of the people, 4% of the people that see that page put their name and email in that box. Maybe less.
Yeah.
If you
Can't argue with that either.
If you put that headline and you write something like I said, and you can put a picture of yourself in the corner so it looks like you're the author and make it look, you know, it doesn't have to be super ugly, you'll go from getting 4% to getting 40%. Or something dramatic will happen, okay?
I hear you.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes total
And
sense.
then,
Yeah.
as you start sending out these emails to your list, you tell them the story about how you became who you are, stories that they can relate to, all right? You'll build more of a relationship. But we're not talking specifically about the how-to of the marketing. That's another section. We'll talk more about that later.
Okay.
What I want to talk about more is the niche, the category that you're creating.
Right.
What is your niche?
I actually created a category. I did all those things that you said because I am.
What is it?
It's permission, giving yourself permission to succeed.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get a cool name like dating advice. I mean, I would like to put that in 2 words, but
Time out for a second. Time out for a
I
second.
don't know.
How many people here see giving yourself permission to succeed as an end result that you would like to have in your life? Randy Watson in the back there, and Joe Polish over here.
Okay. Okay.
How many people would like to learn, and I'm serious, a step-by-step system to double your income in the next 12 months? Huh. Now let me ask you a question. What if the step-by-step system was learning how to give yourself permission to do it, and that took your foot off the brake and put the foot on the gas, and it was good and compelling, and it actually got you the money? Would you be happy with that? Huh.
But doesn't it sound like if I'm saying how to double and triple your income, that I'm giving them advice on how to make money? Because I'm not, that's the result that they get. I don't teach how to make money.
Well, guess what? That's the result that they want.
Well, I guess, in a sense, I'm teaching how to make money, I guess, but it's not.
How do you teach your kid to ride a bike?
You put them on the bike and help them?
Nice. You don't sit him in a chair and have him say, I have permission to ride the bicycle. I have permission to ride the bicycle.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The kid doesn't want to learn how to get permission to ride the bike. The kid wants to learn how to ride the damn thing. Okay? When you're talking about getting the result that the other person wants,
right,
then you've got their attention. If I would have called my dating advice program, if I would have called it More Self-Esteem to Succeed, nobody would have bought it.
That's true.
You'll notice the name is Double Your Dating. That's what they want. I'm talking their language to them. Okay?
So what did you ask them? You said how many people want to double and triple their income, and that's what you asked them, and everybody said yes, right? Did I have this right? What's that? A simple system, which it is. Okay. Okay,
By the way, we're just getting started here.
Okay.
We're about to take this to a whole new level. Okay? We just took a while to get here. Okay? We can't do question and answer right now, okay?
I really appreciate this, Evan. I really do. Please forgive me. I've been thinking this for
No,
so
you're
long,
you're doing.
I really appreciate
Give
this.
him a round of applause. You're doing great.
Thank you.
What you're doing for everyone.
Okay.
Everyone's doing this with you right now. Okay, I'm serious. This is a huge transition to make. Now,
I'm trying.
You're doing something like what Ira said is you're looking through the wrong end of the telescope. Because what I want to do now that I've psychologically wrenched you out of your paradigm, and now you're looking at it in a different way, like, oh,
Yeah.
saying how to double your income speaks their language, even if it does sound like, oh, right, that's what they want. Now that you're starting there, we can reintroduce your concept.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Now we get to reintroduce your process a little bit.
Okay.
All right? So what's one thing that you can tell me right now that I can do that's not getting me all the way to I have complete permission to make a lot of money, but it's something I can do that gets me a little closer, but that actually I use and it shows me results in the real world?
So like one of the steps of my system, you mean?
Yes. But one that I will try and it'll show me results. As an example, let's say in dating advice, one of the things that I do is I say to men, I say, there's a language being spoken between men and women. Women speak the language all the time. It's this body language. You know, I call it sexual communication, even though it's not about sex. It's just that other language that we communicate on. It's this flirty sexual tension thing. Women know what it is. Most men have no idea.
Right.
So here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to create some chemistry. I want you to go down to Starbucks, and the next time you buy a cup of coffee, if there's a cute girl working behind the counter, when you reach out to hand her your credit card or your money, when she reaches to grab it, it'll be unconscious. She's just working the register. Pull it back a little bit so she misses it. And then she'll like look and go to grab it again and then do it again right in front of her. And she'll go, and she'll laugh.
Right.
And in that moment, you've done something. There's something has happened that wasn't happening before between you and women. And you will have created chemistry for a minute. Now, you're going to screw it up right after you do that. Don't worry about that. That window's only going to be open for about a quarter of a second. But you'll see it. It'll open for a second and you'll see through it.
Great.
Okay, so it's a step that gets you a little way down the path. Okay, give me one like that for you where it gets you a baby step and you can see the results.
One one thing that you can do is write a list of the people who you need to acknowledge for making a difference in your life.
Okay, keep going, fast,
And then
fast
you need
forward.
and then contact them and acknowledge them. Just thank them for the contribution that they have made to your life that you have probably never thanked them for, because like you have said, people are starving for acknowledgement. So give that acknowledgement and see what happens.
And what happens?
What happens is that you start to build your systems of support. That's the overarching step I'm talking about, I'm alluding to, which is step 2, systems of support. That's just one little piece of that. And so you get, you start to realize that you have touched people's lives and other people have touched your life, and you start to see your own value in a new way that you've never seen before. Because most people have a very, like Tim Ferriss talks about, we underestimate ourselves and overestimate others. So that's a way to get out of that. Start to correctly estimate who you are.
So let's say that you created a niche category called making more money through leveraging your financial mastermind. Now, I can't do all the work to name it right now.
Sure.
Okay, because naming is a longer process. Definitely. But I just want you to get the idea. We're going to put some words on this niche. So let's say that you said, I have this new process. It's something that no one knows how to do, and that if you use this process, you can double your income in 12 months. And I call it leveraging your financial mastermind. Here's the thing. You have a financial mastermind, and you don't even know it, and it's being wasted right now.
Correct.
There's someone in your life that has given you a piece of advice that has helped you make more money. Think of that person right now. In fact, we're going to do it. I'm making this up, but do it right now. I just know intuitively this works. I'm serious. Write down a person in your life, a piece of advice that they gave you has helped you make more money, but you haven't contacted them in a while.
And we all have that.
Write the name down. Do it. Good. Now what I'd like you to do, step 2, is I'd like you to make a commitment to yourself to pick up the phone within the next 24 hours and call that person and say to them, you know what, I was just thinking about you. I'm at a conference, a lot of success-minded people here, and we were reflecting on the things that helped us become successful. And I just wanted to let you know that you helped me. This little idea you gave me made me money, and I want to acknowledge you for it.
Totally.
Who's willing to do that? We'll do. Okay, good. We're going to get some people that are going to report back how that works.
Beautiful.
I would bet that if you do that, that the other person would feel compelled to want to give you more of that information, because performers love to mentor people that actually take action. They get fulfillment just from that one thing.
Precisely.
Right?
Totally.
Can you see a category starting here? Can you see a niche starting? If the website said, here's how to double your income in the next 12 months, here's the formula that I discovered, and then through it, it said leveraging your financial mastermind, and then it said, I know that this is probably hard to believe, that you have everything right around you right now. You don't need anything from me. You have it, but I want you to do this right now. Stop reading this page. Think of, not everybody, not the list. Think of one person who gave you an idea in the past, one person that you made money from. You haven't contacted in a while. Call them up right now and say to them, you know, I'm reading this website about success, and I just realized you gave me this idea, and it helped me make money, and I wanted to thank you. I wanted to acknowledge you. How are you doing?
Yeah.
And then what I want you to do is at the end of the call, after you've had a catch-up, say, you know what? You gave me advice once, and it really helped me out. Will you give me another piece of advice? Here's the situation I'm in. What would you do?
Actually, I would say, is there anything I can do for you?
Well, I know, but we're not, that's a little advanced. We want instant gratification for your reader. Okay? Give them something instant gratification that they can do, and it'll have instant results. Why? Because if they do that and they get a piece of advice that's a good one, you now have become their guru. That's it.
God, I like that. That was good.
Settle down, Beavis. You you have reached through the computer screen and done the impossible.
That's
You've
true.
really helped them in real time, right in the
I
moment.
got it. Yeah.
So I'm brainstorming here, and we're running out of
great.
time. But if I were you,
perfect.
based on what you've told me, remember, narrow the niche. Not help everyone with permission, but help the biggest group of people that have a proactive need with that one thing that's the result that you help them get. So we narrowed it down to people that want to make more money, and we narrowed it down to double, triple, quadruple your income. And then I said, give me one of your techniques that helps do that. And we even stripped that down and we refined it. And I said, now give that away so that they can get the instant result. And then I said, okay, what if you became the personal financial mastermind leverage guy? Again, we have to do some work on creating that category and naming that niche.
I got it.
And you said, I have created this niche, and I have a category, I have a whole concept that I've created, a whole industry.
Yes.
A set of books, tapes, whatever.
Yep.
And what it helps you do is you buy this thing, and then you leverage all of your own assets. You do it.
That's exactly what happens.
I've never heard of that before, but it sounds pretty compelling to me if I'm someone that's in debt and I want to make more money, and then I try the thing and it works, and I go, wow, this guy really must know what's happening, especially because most people that want to make more money have nothing. They don't have a bunch of money to start with.
Right.
They've got a credit card with, 10% left on it. That could be very, very powerful.
Yes.
And by the way, if you became known as the guy that helps people take a few simple steps with resources they already have and double, triple, and quadruple their income every year,
Yes.
that's the kind of thing that's going to get you on TV. It's going to get you on radio shows. If we got JT Fox sitting over here. That's you, right? Okay. This guy runs the #1 weekend radio show in Chicago. He had me on his radio show. We made friends. He just had Donald Trump on his show and all kinds of other stars and so forth. If you, as a radio guy who has high-end people and you can't waste a lot of time, if you had someone and he honestly had a lot of results helping people double, triple, and quadruple their incomes by leveraging the financial assets they have around them, and he could get on there and say, in 2 minutes, here's what I want you to do. Right now, stop whatever you are doing. Think of the one person that's given you a piece of financial advice. Think of that one person, and it helped you make more money, and you haven't contacted them in a while. I want you to call that person up and say, you know what, I was thinking about you. I heard somebody talking about something on a radio show about success, and I thought, I got to call you up and acknowledge you and just let you know that that one piece of advice you gave me helped me. And then at the end of the call, say, I'm in a situation. Can you give me some more advice? Watch what happens. And then tell a story about someone who did that, and that person hooked them up with a job, and then they made more money, and then another person, and the miracles that happened. If it was a 2-minute thing that was catchy, would you have somebody like that on your radio show?
Thank you. Thank you.
But I'm actually...
Thank you.
Hang on a sec. You have to be on the mic. But I just need a thumbs up. Okay. So thumbs up. Right. Now let me ask you this question. If he called you up and said, I've got a whole thing on how to take your foot off the brake and put your foot on the gas in success in life and give yourself permission, what would you probably say? Okay. Right. So what I would invite you to do is to think about your customer avatar. Think about who they are and what they want and what they need, and then create a niche and a category. You can use your stuff, you can apply it, but after what they need, and strip it down, man. Get right to that instant gratification technique, that one thing you figured out. Give it away, say, try this right now. You see it works. I got 10 stories of other people. By the way, here are a bunch of my friends. Have them and their little quotes in the letter or in the content somewhere.
Right.
That's what's going to make a person say, wow, this is a guy who's really here to help me and someone I want to build a relationship with.
I think it's brilliant, Evan. It's really brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Who learned something about narrowing their niche and creating their category? All right, good, good. Write down a one-line action plan. What is something you're going to do with the information that you just learned? What are you going to do as soon as you walk out of here? Silence, 30 seconds worth. Good, that was a good one. Give Noah another round of applause. That was huge. I think we experienced the biggest breakthrough of our program here, like the biggest psychological breakthrough, right? The biggest reframe, the biggest, that was getting altitude at its finest, as far as I'm concerned. So in the last session, you heard me do some work with Noah about narrowing his focus, narrowing his niche focus and keying in on the need that the customer has. And we did it in a particular way, and what I'd like to do is give you an exercise that you can do. So in my opinion, my perspective, the best way to corner your market is to create it. So by challenging yourself to look deeper into your market, your customers' individual needs and motivations, and by using this process, you can create and then hopefully dominate your niche business category. You should be looking at a document that looks something like this. Okay, so creating and dominating your niche category. The first little brainstorm is, what are your prospective niches? What are the segments within your market? You noticed in the exercise I said, Noah, what do the people say when they come to you? Who are the people that your message resonates with? That's what I'm asking in general. What are the groups? And he said, well, making money is one of the groups. I said, okay, that's the big one. Good. That's a good potential niche. Others that appeal to his audience are people that are having relationship problems. But making money seemed to be the big one, so we focused on that one. Key pain or passion. What are your prospects' key focus areas of pain or passion, or the key reasons why they're buying your product or service? What's that main reason why they're buying? Few or no options. What's the prospect looking for but doesn't perceive as available? Can be a point of difference, point of uniqueness, a place for you to really stand out. Niches to test. So after you've filled out those three, write down one or two or three niches that you might test out, ways to create a category. Create your own niche category. We'll take a few minutes to do this exercise. Go.